Hey guys, what's going on? I wanted to bring you this econ guide because, I feel like econ is one of the most important things in TFT, as well as it's definitely changed. So, what has changed is that in the beginning item rounds you get less gold, and with this game specifically, I saw a really great chance to represent how econ would work because we all have the same starting item, so you know that, no one's getting gypped on items, everyone's starting with a giant's belt. And with that, you've got to recognize your items. That's the first step in good econ, is playing to your strengths. If you have no items for sorcerers, don't go sorcerers. It's not going to work out as well as, playing to your strengths. So here, we're going to fight our little crab memes and see what we get and go from there. You have to be thinking about this immediately when the game starts. What items are good with what comps and where to go from there. So we end up picking up our first item here, and it's going to be a chain vest. So that obviously makes red buff. Red buff is good on blasters. You can obviously also turn to a GA. Maybe the giant spell can turn to Morello's, but then we see these three graves. We know we have red buff. We know blasters is good with red buff. I'm going to pick up this level 2 graves early on. I know if we pick up a Lucian, we can start maybe going towards a Chrono Blasters, maybe a cybernetic route, something like that. So really, these first item rounds, you're going to want to play to your strengths. You're getting items quickly. You want to pick up the things that can possibly go with these items you're getting. If you're getting really crappy items, maybe you can go mech, because mech likes to, suck up crappy items and turn them into something really good. A lot of tiers, you can go sorcerer, etc. And another thing is that you actually have less gold in this set than you did the last set. 5 entire gold less. So that's 5 possible champions that you're not going to have. Luckily, we're able to pick up a Lucian here, and it really shows you that, we're playing to our strengths. We have red buff, we have a Needless, which could turn into a Rage Blade, and, we're just going to keep looking for more cybernetic, more blaster, a few chrono, and go from there. But basically, you have 7 gold to work with after the first 3 item rounds, and back in set 2 would actually be 12, so you do have a lot less gold to work with, so you have to make these really quick, snappy decisions early on into the game. After these 3 item rounds, you really need to be like, okay, what do I have, what's going on? And as you can see, we have really, really great items for Lucian here. We can put a red buff on him, we need a recurve, we get Rage Blade, and we get a Brawler's Glove. We will have Hand of Justice. So with that, that's the first part of econing there, is recognizing which comps are going to be your strong suit and where to go with the items you have. Moving from items, we're going to head into the actual bread and butter of economy, the actual gold. So as you can see here, I've got my level 2 TF chilling off to the side. Just in case we lose this round, I'm going to be able to sell him and get up to 10 econ. So what they've done this set is actually made streaks better. You have less gold coming in the early game, as you can see here, and that means you need something to compensate for that, and what they've done is made streaks better. Back in set 2, you needed 2 to 3 wins to get 1 extra gold, 4 to 6 wins to get 2 extra gold, and 7 or more wins to get 3 gold. Now, it's just 2, 3, 4, and each getting 1, 2, or 3 gold, respectively, and, that's going to really help you. If you can econ very, very well, and also win streak, you're going to have a shit load of gold. If you're at 30 gold and you have 4 wins, you're getting 3 gold for econ, 3 gold for your 4-game win streak, and you're getting obviously the 5 normal passive income. That's 11 gold at 30 flat gold. Obviously, that's really, really great, and the way I like to do this is to just invest in champions. As you can see here, I buy the Cho'Gath because there's no way I can get to 20 gold this round with selling any units. So I invest in the Cho'Gath. I put him in for now, but I do end up taking him out later, and you should do this throughout the game. At some point, you will probably lose, and at some point, you'll probably need gold. What can you do about that? You can have units that are high cost like Cho'Gath, or even just level 3s like Ashe, and you can sell them, and you sell them to close the gap between maybe, you're at 36 gold, you have like an Ashe and a Malphite, you sell them, you get up to 40 gold, boom, bam, you've made your econ, and especially it's very hurtful when you end up losing those streaks. So investing in champions, liquefying your gold, turning it from, 18 gold maybe down to 10, having 2 level or tier 4s chilling on the sidelines is going to help you out greatly in the late game. It'll provide you with 8 gold, which you can use to gap close up to maybe 40, maybe 42 to 50, etc. Not to mention that in PvE rounds, as you can see, you get your streaks now. So before you didn't get streak gold, but now you do. You will get streak gold while playing against the minions, which is super incredibly helpful. If you're on 3 wins, you win against the econ, or you win against the minion round rather, you're gonna be up to 4 wins, an extra 3 gold. So you wanna always look to level maybe after the minion rounds, and go from there and get more and more gold. So again, win streaking super important, and econing super important. Lastly, I want to talk about the shop, the percentages in the shop. So to start off, we've got level 3, 5, and 6. These guys have been changed. They've all been changed. So level 3 back in set 2 would give you a 5% chance to find a level 3. No longer the case. If you want level 3s, you're going to have to level up to 4 or 5. Level 5, being more focused on tier 2s, 40% chance to find tier 2s and a 20% chance to find tier 3s. So this is where you're going to find the real units you need in your comp, you know, your Lucians, your Aries, your Sonas, and really your Blitzcranks, and really just like confirm your comp, you know, get your front line or your carries in, and then go up to 6 and 7, where 6, you have a 35% chance to find a tier 2 and a tier 3, which is very good, but not as good as tier 7, or level 7 I should say, with a 1% chance to find that tier 5 unit. If you are one of the first people to get to level 7, you can be lucky enough to find the tier 5 unit you might need. For me, I need an Echo here. Unfortunately, I'm not finding it at level 7, so I'm going to have to go to level 8. Even though my comp only needs 6 cybernetic, it doesn't matter. I got to go to level 8 to find that Echo. But if you find yourself with a comp like Chrono Blaster, something I love to play, usually that comp just wants to hang out at level 7 and 3-star all the units. I really like how Riot's done this, so that way you can find your 3-star tier 3s at level 7. You know, 40% chance is huge. And then you still have the 15% chance to find your tier 4s like Aurelia, Kale, Fizz, all these really good units that can help carry a game. So if you need only to get to 7 units, then you can stay at level 7, you know, and just crank that reroll button, looking for, you know, your Lucians, your Ezreals, whatever you need, your Jace to carry your game. If you need that tier 5, you gotta level to 8 most of the time. Again, a 1% chance is less than 2. 2% chance back in set 2 was nice, but now we're only down to a 1% chance. Leveling up to 8 gives you that 7% chance, so you're going to have to watch that and you know, understand where your comp needs to be. If your comp needs to get to level 8 to get that tier 5, you gotta send it all the way. You gotta really econ focus on that. Don't get stuck re-rolling, hoping, praying that you get the tier 5 you need at 1% chance. It's probably not gonna happen. Lastly, just wanted to talk about the future here. For 10.7, there are going to be galaxies implemented. These things do all types of crazy shit. The only ones I have played in are the tier 4 galaxy, where you start with a tier 4 unit, and I've played in the Nico-verse, which gives you 2 Nico's helps right off the bat before anything starts. The Nico-verse, it's pretty cut and dry. You want to get to about level 7, grab your tier 4, and then slap both of the Nico's helps onto them. You know, it's really good with Chrono Snipers. Making Jhin a level 2 immediately is super great, and I cannot wait for these universes to come in. The other one, where you start with a tier 4, if you've seen Scar's video on TFT, he recommends getting the tanks for your tier 4 early. Don't get baited in by getting like a Vel'Koz or something. You're going to want to pick up like a Wukong, something that is a little bit tankier rather than a damage dealer. And with that, guys, that's all I have to say on Econ. I hope you guys are doing well. I know I'm actually really enjoying this set, and I really like playing it. I'm having a blast. I'm always like in top 4, and yeah, share with me your favorite comps in the fucking comments, guys. Later.